How's it going, man? It's been a long time. Hope everyone's actually. It's only been a few days, but still, it feels like a long time. Hope everyone's doing wonderful. As you can see, I do got a few things on the old eBay this week, so I'm just throwing that out there as a how's your mother? Have them apples, and there you go. So I'm just gonna put this on the social medias and let's get some work done. I've been doing a lot of writing comics this last couple of days, and so I am now getting back into doing some drawings. And to be honest, it's been a while. So I'm going to, hopefully you guys can see me. I don't know if you can or not. I have no idea. Sorry. It always takes me like a few minutes to like get our bearings, situated. Let me just get my bearings here. I got lots to do, comic wise. So I say let's get on with it. I was doing a lot of drawing, a lot of writing. So I haven't been doing drawing since probably Monday, which is no, that's not true. Maybe Tuesday or so. I think it's just I haven't done any streaming. I just wasn't streaming my stuff. But yeah, I've been working on it. But I haven't touched my board in a while, so I'm just gonna warm up real quick. Thanks for watching. I see somebody's here with us, so that's nice. Let me fix my light a little bit. Let's put it over here. It's like all these little things I have to do for this little recording situation. Let's see if we get that little shadow there. Okay, talk to me. While I'm doing this, while I'm fiddle farting, you can ask me a question about politics or comics. Politics. Yeah, we could talk impeachment. I don't care. I'm not afraid of it. The topic, Okay. So why don't we, so this is what we did. So Monday, I think I worked on this one Monday. So I worked on this one Monday, right? And then Tuesday, I did this page, which I think turned out kind of nice. This one. And then I did page 3 also on Wednesday. So this one turned out okay. And so now we're going to do these other ones. But like I said, I haven't really touched anything in a while. So let me get going. Hey, what's up there, Hans? Good morning, my friend. Hans is here. He is rolling with us. It's it's not really a live stream unless Hans is here. He's really my co-pilot. You guys don't know this, but he's brother from another mother, and he's here to give us support. So yeah, so I did those 4 pages, and so I've got all these here to do still. I got tons more, so don't you worry. We got tons to do. But before I go into this one, which has some stuff I really want to do well. I mean, I always want to do well in all of them, but why don't I start with some background stuff? And maybe I'll just do this stuff here real quick, just to kind of like get my brain going. I realized that I need to draw more of this out, so we're going to wait on this one. Because I got to draw it out. I don't feel like drawing it. I feel like just inking. So we'll do a little bit of this, and then we'll go into this page, which has figures and stuff like that. So let's start with this one, and this will be kind of our warm-up a little bit. That's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. Okay. Okay. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see okay. It always feels dark on the screen, but it's like super bright here. It's like the power of the sun is here. Maybe it's just the camera. The camera sensors are kind of wussy. Okay, and it's supposed to be like 1080p or whatever. This is not high def. I do not think it is, but that could be my internet too. Okay, I'll just start drawing this. What do I want to use? I think I want to use Crow Quill, so I'm going to use my G pen. And I've shown you guys this before. I'm just going to like scrape it up a bit and kind of clean it. Actually, it's not too dirty at all, but I just like to get all this crusted ink off and crap. What's my story about? Okay, good question. So this is a story about a mother and a son who moved to another part of the country to escape their husband, who they divorced. So it's kind of this divorce story, coming of age, you know, a young family kind of like separated by divorce and are in a new place. And the father, though, is involved with some criminal activities. So it turns into a crime story. It starts out kind of like this coming of age story, like Blankets or Boyhood or something like that, with a boy and his mom. And then it kind of morphs into more of like a crime story about the American South in the 1980s. So it's a kind of a different world over there in the South America, and we do that. So this is a 5-page scene that takes place at a craft fair. So craft fairs are these outdoor, like kind of like a festival that they have different booths, and everyone kind of like builds little crafts and sells stuff. So they have a lot of these in the South. They have them all over, but in the South they have these. And so I got this scene where the mother and son, Sarah and Andy, go to the craft fair, and they kind of see the sights and stuff like that. And so it's just kind of a quiet scene. Well, it's not really quiet, I should say. It's kind of a fun, atmospheric scene, we'll say. And that's what it is. So right now, let's just let's put down a couple of lines. And I haven't done anything in a couple of days, so I feel a little. In fact, I might even use my other pen because I'm already like getting nervous about this one. So these are these little booths that are, all throughout the park. And, they can sell clothes or food or little pieces of jewelry or artwork or whatever. And so it's just that kind of place. Yeah, I think I think it should be fun. I hope it'll be kind of fun. And yeah, this story it's kind of it's definitely grounded in reality. It's not like Boaz, that other story I'm doing that's very like sci-fi, fantasy stuff. This is definitely set in the real world. That's I like all kinds of stories, but that's what this one is. So it's Saturday there, Hans. So what are you up to Saturday this morning? What are your plans? Anything exciting you're gonna do today? Go on a hike or go do some shopping or whatever? This is my horizontal line. So you can tell this is all 1 point perspective. All coming in here, converging on this point of interest here. So it's all, I kind of gridded it out slightly. And that's what this is. So in theory, all these lines should all be straight. And then everything else should then move out towards that. Is it cold? You're staying in isolation. Yeah. Yeah, if it's super cold, then yeah, no fun to go on a hike or anything. I'm assuming where you live, there's probably some great places to go once it warms up. I don't know what this is I was doing. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, it's smoke. I was like, what is this? It's smoke. Okay. I was like, what the hell is it then? Okay, now I get it. Ah, that didn't work out. I like that one. I don't like that. That doesn't look right. That's okay. Okay. Taking of Palem 123. Oh, yeah, yeah. That sounds really familiar. I think I know that. I think I know that somewhere. Where do I know that? I think I've seen that. Unless I'm getting mixed up with something else. But that name of that movie sounds really familiar. Yeah, I started to watch, what was I watching a couple days ago? I was watching something. I've been watching some documentaries lately from Les Blank and a couple other people. What is this over here? Oh, is this a stage? Yeah, it's a little stage, I think. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, rude. How freaking rude. What is up with that? Man, a bummer. Okay. Now I gotta clean this stinking thing. Okay. Dang nabbit. Okay, that's okay. I got white out. I would clean it up. It just like came. I must have had too much ink on my little guy here. That's no fun. Okay. Here we go. This is actually going to be shrunken down pretty significantly, so I don't need to put too much detail, but I want to at least put something in here, and then what I might do is scan it in just to see how it looks with the originals or the final size. There's always a balance between the level of detail and information you put on your art. Because if you put too much, when it shrinks down, you're going to lose it all. So I'm not super happy about this. I'm not sure about these cars. I'm not really happy about these cars at all. So I gotta kind of figure that out. Okay, let's just put these little people in here. Hey, we got someone else to join us. How you doing, man? Whoever you are, it's good to see you. If you're Alexander and you want to talk about Doomsday Clock, we can do that. You remember that, Hans? That guy that rolls in here and talks about Doomsday Clock? He did that twice now. He just comes in, he's like, Doomsday Clock sucks. Oh gosh, I bust up. You guys crack me up sometimes. I'm just like, what the hell? Oh shit, it's funny. Okay. Oh, we got another person. Then now we got a fourth person rolling in. Okay. We gotta I gotta be super entertaining now. I feel like the world's getting crazy. I can't recognize Sweetie anymore. Is it really? In what way is it? Is it like upside down? Are you talking about like? Is it people? Is it like politics? Is it like policies that are happening? Is it like? What about it? There we go. We're getting there. Oh, we lost a couple of people. That's okay. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Those of you who are still here, feel free to ask me questions. I also have a super chat. If you give me a super chat, I will, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be your friend. I'll say something really nice. Yeah, the narcissist psychopath everywhere, the politics, it's unlogical. Sweden is one of Europe's most corrupted countries now. Really? Sweden? Wow. I would assume like, Spain or someplace like that. Well, I always thought Sweden, Finland, Norway, I always think of those countries as being like super logical and like restrained. I never think of them as like wild folks. But maybe you got that Viking DNA, you got like the Viking world. Maybe that's like getting to you. But yeah, wow, I never would have guessed that. But I'm just those dumb Americans, we don't know what the hell's going on outside our country. Hell, we don't even know what's going on inside our country, half of us. So I just realized I haven't put that many cowboy hats in this thing. We gotta put a lot of cowboy hats because there's one thing there are a lot of is got some cowboys here in Arkansas. Okay. We're getting there. I could always just ink a little bit and then just like, not use it. Let me just do this little car after all, I guess. This little truck. I don't know why I'm just yawning suddenly, like really strongly. It's getting late here for sure, and I've been like working actually all day, so it's not that I didn't come here very fresh, but I did want to just pop in for a little bit just to kind of say hello. I think that it kind of works. That's not horrible. I think that works. I think it works. Good enough for this at least. I'm not too stressed out about it. That works. Okay. Hang on. Oh, you're talking. Hang on. Yeah, Spain is stopping Swedes to enter Spain. They're starting to ban Swedes? Damn. Wow. I never knew Spain. Sweden is got a bunch of criminals. Hey, how you doing, Damien? It's good to see you, brother. I haven't seen you since Monday or so. Glad that you're still kicking. My next door neighbors have COVID, and we see them all the time. We don't like hang out, but we like, say wave and talk and stuff from a distance. But it's made us all a little nervous just because they're like literally right next door. I live in an apartment complex. So we're kind of like trying to chill out. And I like them a lot. They're good people. But I hope that everything's go. They're like, one of them is in his 60s and the wife is in her 40s. But they got hit hard with this COVID business. They're like freaking looks like death's door. I saw them walking today, and they just like are like stumbling like some freaking zombies. So it's not good. And they've had it for over 2 weeks now, and they're just like no sense of taste, losing all appetite. I mean, just like aching. Their bodies are in pain, and yeah, dude, this COVID crap is real. And they're super careful too. They always wear masks and everything, but it's like you just never know. Yes, this is a bit of a big scene. Well, I don't know if it's a big scene, but yeah, no, it's a big scene. It's like a big panel. I decided to actually do this on a different paper because I needed it big. Because the original is gonna be, actually I'll show you. So it's actually this here. So here, I'll just zoom out real quick for a second. So here's the paper, right? And so here's the paper, and these are the panels. And so this here is going to get shrunk down and put here. And then this is going to get shrunk down again to be like a size of like a manga, or a comic. So we've got a couple shrinking situations. But to do this in this, it was just too small. And I said, you know what, why don't I just go big? Like Frank Miller works in like 13 by 19 size pages. He works very big. So I thought, why don't I go big just to make it easier for me to, do this. So that's the status. And I wanted to kind of practice a little bit. I haven't inked in a few days. So I thought I would just kind of like put down a few lines here now before I get into working with the figures and all that kind of stuff. That's my rationale, at least, to what the heck I'm doing here. I might even call it a little early tonight, just because I'm kind of like, I'm fading slightly here, so I think I'm gonna do a lot of drawing tomorrow night. But I don't know about today. Today I might kind of call it. Okay. Do you lay out your electron grids in Photoshop? No, I do this all by hand. So, yeah, I do this all by hand. So I'm, I just use these little, I did a couple perspective lines in my blue line, and then I just like, am inking it straight from that blue line. I know some people go into Photoshop and do a lot of work out there, but honestly, I don't know. It's not that I feel that it's cheating. It just seems like a lot of work, and I just don't feel like doing all that, so I'll just do it on paper. I try to do as much on paper as possible, honestly. I just enjoy it more. And then, of course, after I scan it in, then I kind of do a lot of manipulation in Photoshop when needed. But yeah, I did all the layout and everything on paper. Yeah. And these papers, well, they don't have grids. They just have like the borders here in blue line. But yeah, all this stuff, I'm doing all this on by hand. I just like put it on paper. Okay. So this is where you start getting a little tricky because now you can decide, okay, how much blacks do I put in? How much detail? Do I want to put a lot of detail on this grass? And so you got to be careful and not go crazy because, this is going to be colored. So I can put a lot more detail in the coloring. Like I notice I didn't even do these cars yet, and that's because some of the perspective is just kind of funky with them, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. So I'm just going to hold off on those. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to put a few more people in here because it feels a little sparse. And then after that, I think we're ready to move on to a different panel. I just want to put a few more folks in here just because make it look like it's an actual like big event. And I suck at these little things. I'm not good at drawing these little things. I'm doing my best, but some people are really good at drawing like tiny things like that, but not me. I preferred Bristol board. I prefer the 11 by 17. Hang on, let me show you. Where is this? I don't want to mess this up here. What do we got? No. I prefer this type of paper. So this kind of stuff, this is a little sketch I did of Dr. Doom. But yeah, I prefer this paper, and this is Bristol. This is like 300 series Strathmore Bristol paper. I like a little bit of tooth into it, so I like it to have a little bit of like texture. I don't really care for the smooth. This is not that. This here is actually just like a sketch paper, just because I didn't have any paper that fit this, and I was just drawing. I was just kind of like playing around with what I wanted to do for these two big wide panels, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just use one of these pieces of paper and just do that. So this is not something you would want to use like archival wise. It would, probably not be the best. You guys don't remember I bought this big stack of this deleter paper, but honestly, I'm not going to get any more of it. It was cheap, and I kind of like this size, working a little smaller. But when I think about it long and hard, I really like working on the big 11 by 17s. So I think we're going to not use this anymore and go back to 1117. It does take a little bit longer, but I feel that the space, I feel I can draw easier when it's bigger, I can't remember who it was, but there's some artists that actually like to draw like actual size. So they'll draw a page, the actual size of a comic book page, which is, 6.5 by 10.5 or something like that. And that's kind of crazy. Just that idea is like really, really just challenging. Just the idea of that is like, oh my gosh, to draw that small would drive me crazy. Okay. I think we're good. I don't know. I think we're okay. I think this is fine for now. We got to fix this. Maybe we should fix this right now. Oh, I got a bunch of ink still on this brush, so maybe I'll wait. Let me just like use up. I always like to use up the ink on my brush. I'm like being super cheap. I'm like, oh, there's ink on my brush. I got to find something to do here. Okay, we still got lots of ink. Okay, that's good enough. Let me just do this. There we go. Boom. That is my finger. Very artistic. Very scientific. I just dab my finger with it. There we go. That's good enough. I don't want to mess up my brush. Okay, so that's done for now. I think I'm happy scanning this and calling that done. So, done. And really, that was just kind of like to warm this up a bit. How are we doing on time? 45 minutes? Okay. So actually, I might feel a little tired, but we're going to keep going here a little bit. This is a little like bluegrass jug band that play when you go to these craft fairs. There's usually some kind of like entertainment, local musicians and such. And in the 80s, especially in the South, they loved bluegrass. And so that was my first exposure to some of that kind of stuff. And even now, bluegrass is pretty awesome, actually. And I think there's some like hipstery stuff to it now that I think people are kind of getting more into it or have get into it. But I like the folk music and kind of Americana, you know. Okay, I gotta remember. I gotta see where some of this is a little loose because I gotta make sure I know what the hell's going on here. Because there's this hand. I might have to draw this out real quick. I don't know what's going on. Okay, hang on. Let me draw this out for a second. So this is okay. That's fine. This is him. How does that end of that? How does that end the guy go? Where is the? Do I have a drawing? I thought I had a drawing of a bluegrass. Okay, yeah. So let me just the end of that. What's this look like here? Okay, should be look like that. So if that's that, we got to get this guy in here. So he actually is going to cover him up pretty good. But he should have his hand, his arm needs to be here somewhere. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Okay, that works. Yeah, we did that. Okay, there we go. Jackson C. Frank. Oh, I don't know that. Jackson C. Frank, I have to look that up. Okay, I'm gonna listen to. I'm gonna change my music here for a second. There was something that grabbed me. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, you know what? I'm worried I got the wrong pin. I'm gonna change pins because I feel like this is way too big for him. So let me just do this real quick. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Okay. And the reason why is just I just feel like it's a little too thick. So why don't we move to this guy? And I'll be honest, I don't like this guy. I'm just not good at him, but we're gonna do that because I think that's the right tool for the job. And we're gonna probably just do a little bit more of this, and I'm gonna call it here in a minute because little Andy needs to wind down a bit here. I'm not super tired, but I'm starting to yawn. So I started really late though, because I was doing that writing. I was saying I was writing earlier today, but I didn't say what. I've been writing last couple of days for a new podcast. As it's like a radio drama, and I did season 1. I wrote an episode, and now they're doing another season, and so I got to submit my script on Monday. So I've been working on that this week. It's called the Hidden Frequencies podcast. If you guys like things like Twilight Zone, stuff like that, I would definitely. It's like a Twilight Zone, so it's that kind of like vibe. So you might dig that. So check that out. Yeah, it's really cool. Hidden Frequencies. And you probably saw too on the top of the chat. I put a bunch of things on eBay. A bunch of like art, comics, and things like that. Unfortunately, it's just for U.S. I'm not internationally shipping them because international shipping. Listen to this, you guys. They're so expensive now. It's $37. The cheapest is $37 to ship international. I'm talking like Canada or Mexico, not even places like Sweden or London or Japan. It's so expensive to ship now. I always would get like hosed on shipping. I would just like always lose money because of the freaking shipping. So I just stopped doing international shipping. It sucks because, I guess the other option, what I should do is just like charge $40, right? And just be okay, $40 to ship, and somebody out there would do it. It's a real bummer because over the last, I'd say 5-10 years, the shipping prices have just went up serious. They also used to use boats, and now they don't use the boats, and so they just use planes. And the boats would take a long time, but it was way cheaper. But now it's like you don't got the boat option. So I'm kind of bummed out about that, but anyway, I got a bunch of stuff on eBay that I need to sell and get rid of. Digital, yeah, no, right? Yeah, just digital comics, digital stuff, yeah. You're right. I like physical stuff, right? Look at me, I'm sitting here drawing a comic book. So clearly I like physical stuff. We're getting there. Nemo's landscape? No. Nemo's landscape? No, I haven't. What kind of music is it? I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I don't know if I like that now, darn it. We're gonna put it all black. I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes I think of things and then I realize like that was not a good decision. Old music. Oh, I'll have to check it out. I'll write that down. I'll write it down. Check it out. Old music, ambient sounds. Yeah, sounds good. I'll have to check that out. Oh, really? Saxophones if you're on the water. I like Lynch. I do like his stuff. I do like that. Okay. We only went for a little over an hour today. We went kind of, but we got some things done. What did we do in an hour? Can we evaluate here for a second? We inked this guy. And then we did a little bit here. So not a lot, to be honest, but it is what it is. I think that's it for tonight, guys. I appreciate you coming and chilling with me. I'm going to do more tomorrow. I probably will be doing it for a couple hours because I want to get through these pages. So that's my plan. So that's it. Little short video. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that I'm still alive. Have a great Saturday weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Oh, in a couple hours, we've got Usagi Yojimbo. So that's exciting because Stan Sakai. If you know Stan Sakai, he's on it. Later, guys. Take care. Bye. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, GP.